Hi everyone, welcome to the garden. Today I wanted to have a mini tour in my front yard. The peonies are in their full glorious bloom and the roses are budding and some of them are started flowering. So join me as I walk into my garden. So let's start here in my front yard right after my bay window. So this is the peony that I planted years ago. Let's say more than 10 years. I bought this from Amazon and during that time I had no idea about this plant and I saw it in one of the garden passing by along the street and I saw this and I said this is a beautiful plant. So I started researching or searching this plant, of course with Mr. Google that time, and I found that this is a peony plant. I'm sorry, but I don't know how you pronounce it. Peonies. I'll just say peonies. Okay? So it is a very beautiful pink peony with yellowish at the center, and it has some smell. It's not that sweet, but I could smell it. It's not bad. It's not a bad, ugly smell. With peonies, it's really a good investment because they just keep on getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and in one plant it can be into 5 plants. So this is so gorgeous and it was so easy. I planted, of course, the roots. I buried the roots, but the bud or the sprout on the roots, I only cover it with maybe with up to 2 to 3 inches of soil, very light soil. Or else if you bury the shoots or the eyes of this peony, it won't bloom. And also last week what I did was there are about four buds in one stem, and what I did was I cut off those buds. You can see, so I left 1 or 2 buds in one stem because my problem really here, if I did not do that, if I did not cut the buds, if I did not reduce the buds in one stem, this peony plant will be flopping up to the ground because the stem cannot hold these big blooms. So it is really a good way of doing that. Cutting some of the buds makes this peony stand up. So I have to sacrifice in order for me to enjoy the blooms. See, you can see they are so gorgeous, beautiful. So if you are in my zone, which is zone B, 7 zone B, you can try also planting peonies. And they're very easy to plant and also less maintenance. I only put plant tone here last year, and this year I did not even put a fertilizer, and they are so gorgeous. So these are my peonies. And in this area also I planted impatiens in pots. I have that and also this one, and I also planted Super Tunia Vista bubblegum here. Hopefully they will grow. They were struggling when I bought them and they were expensive. You know, 1 pint I think is like $5.98. Anyway, so this is the side garden and I will show you. I have 3 roll doll David Austin roses. So you can see here, this is the 2nd season and they are budding now. And another one here, and you can see there's already 1 bloom. Beautiful. That is my roll doll. I planted them last year. Used to be azalea here, but I removed them and I planted this 3 roll doll because roll doll I think can thrive in a part shade area. This area I think is in between part shade and it's not full sun, I know. And I planted also some salvias. I planted this, I think this is a bellflower. Gorgeous bluish color. And of course, I planted this early part of the spring, the pansies. And I'm going to remove them soon and put something nice, because pansies for me they are only good up to spring, end of spring. After that they look like this, they look straggly. So that is, and here in my front I have this this is so good. This is hellebore. I planted 2 here before, but the other one I think died. But look at this. This is a huge plant and there's a lot of seeds. So I already transplanted the seeds into small pots so that next year they will get bigger and I will plant more hellebore. They are so good. They're my #1 favorite early spring plant. And this is sunshine ligustrum. I have only one and I keep on planting the branches. So I trim them hard because I don't want them blocking the bay window. So there's another one here, and this is the old traditional spirea. And of course this is an English daisies that I just spread along here in the sidewalk. And also I planted Angelina sedum from the other part of my yard because they are nice ground cover. So this is another salvia, and this is my David Austin rose I planted in this planter. This is, I believe, the country parson, and they are already budding. The country parson. It is so big now. This rose loves this planter. Main planter. Mayne. And this is Nye Vivon. This is a David Austin rose also. I planted them last year by root, but they're really loving this pot. A lot of buds. I cannot wait. And of course boxwoods, and I think I just planted this lilies over here. Boxwood. I'm going to plant another plant here because I'm going to remove this. And these are 4 roses that I bought from Lowe's. I put them in this planter. This is top cream. I ordered labels, so more labels are coming, and I'm going to label all my roses so that it's easy for me to remember. And this one is by Cordes. This is a Cordes rose, La Perla. You know, I bought 2 of this, and the other one I think almost dying now, and it's a waste of my money, but sometimes I buy 2 plants for 1 variety. And this another one, they're all budding now. And this is Sugar Moon. I left the tag so that I can easily see them. And this one is also budding. And this is, I have it here, Michelangelo. So these are in these 4 nice pots that I painted. This is kind of rubber. This is a good one. very nice pot. So these are the pansies that I planted early part of spring. You can see I'm going to replace them once they started to look struggly. So that's the front window garden bed. And in this area, I forgot already the name of this rose, but that rose is very, very fragrant rose. I'm going to find the name of that rose. Here I planted a lot of drift roses. I don't know how many, but these are red drift roses, and I was lucky that I was able to get it 50% off at Home Depot. So and you can see the buds, and the buds, I put rose stone. So these are all red drift roses. I think it's a 3 gallon, and I got them 50% off, but I was short of 2, so I bought 2 red drift roses online, and of course at a full price. I have no choice. So I'm going to show you also this one. This is True Sincerity, and they're budding. I thought this rose will die, but look at this. This is True Sincerity also. So you can see now. Oh, before I will miss this part, this is my Molyneux tree rose. Look at this. I planted this bare root. This is on its 2nd season now. Bare root. Look at this. So gorgeous. How I wish I bought 3. I only bought 2. Look at this one too. That's another one there. But I bought this last year, and you know how much was the price? I think it was only $70. Then when I look at the David Austin website, the 3 roses went up to $80. But they don't have this anymore, because even if it was $80, because I love it very much, I'm going to get it. So look at this. So gorgeous. Beautiful. Molyneux by David Austin. Molyneux. Beautiful. Look at this. Yellowish, or there's some tinge of pink at the center. But this one is kind of the same. So gorgeous. Look at this, guys. Let me see if it has a smell. Let me see. There's a little bit of fragrance. And look at this other one. Molyneux. Look at that. So gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at this beauty. Wow. And that's foxgloves. And that's my Atlas rose. Oh, I wanted to show you also. I planted this few months ago. This is my red Eden climbing rose. And let's see how it's doing. Wow. See, look at this. I bought this, and I added some chicken wires. Look at my Eden rose. Look at this beauty. It's already starting to... Look at this. There's something wrong here. I'm going to spray this. I don't know why, it's like that. It looks like no good. I'm going to take care of this after this. Look. And this is, what happened here too? Why it started to do this? This is a beautiful climbing rose. I think it's Edinburgh, something like that. It's a whitish rose. It is a clematis. I'm so frustrated with my Eden rose. What happened here? Look like something is, inside. So anyway, that is my Atlas rose. I had it for years now. And this is my rolled tall. My rolled tall tree rose is behind. The Molyneux is really in full bloom now. This is my rolled tall climbing rose. And I have a lot of, these are my drift roses. This is my drift roses, and this is sweet drift roses. It's a beautiful pink drift roses I planted here. I don't know how many I planted here. I planted like 6 or 7 here. And one thing that I did that I should have not done, I overdid the one thing I did, I put too much fertilizer in this rose. And you can see now, they look like I burnt them because of too much fertilizer. So, and you know, when you do this, look at the leaves. I did it. Too much fertilizer. So, hopefully, we will make it. And this is my moonlight in Paris. I don't know what happened here, but it was so big before. And I bought three Coco Loco from Home Depot. It is a week's rose, so 3 of them. I have 3, and they're already starting to bud. Look at this. I have 3 Moonlight in Paris tree roses. They were really in their full bloom few weeks ago, and now I already deadhead them few days ago. So you can see Moonlight in Paris tree roses, and that's another one there, Moonlight in Paris, so gorgeous. And another one here, Moonlight in Paris. That is my geological climbing. I have 2 here. Look at this. My geological rose. See? There were about 10 canes here. This is from a 1 bay root. And I removed some of the canes. And look at them. Gorgeous. I sprayed them with neem oil I bought from Home Depot because the leaves were starting to be whitish and blackish. So I wanted a healthy rose. Geological. I have 2. And this one also. But this one I planted only last March. And this one I planted last year. So gorgeous. So this is an old hydrangea. Old hydrangea. You know, meaning that if you cut them, they won't bloom. The same year you cut them, they will bloom from the old wood. So this is another rose. I have to find out the name. I think this is Lagerfield. So I put too much fertilizer in my roses, which is bad. This is my Peony. My peony. Ito, meaning this is like a tree. They're very, they stand upright. They're not, they die also during winter time, but look at them. They have big blooms and they stand up. And this is my maple tree. Nice maple tree. And this is another rose. I forgot the name of this rose. I think this is Lagerfield. My traditional climbing rose, Eden. It's like creamish. It's like a cream color. I planted this. I think this is the 2nd season now. And this is also another one, Eden rose. See that? A lot of buds. A lot of buds here. And this is my tangerine blue, I think. I forgot the name. This is a climber. Tangerine blue skies, I think. I usually label my roses. That's why I need to buy more labels because I cannot remember all of them. Strawberry Hill. I bought. This is I have to order more tags like this because I have around 60 David Austin in my yard, and I was able only to label 25 because it was like 25 labels for $. This is my Princess Anne. And I think this is an Abraham Lincoln or red Oklahoma rose. I planted 2 here in this side area of my garden. 2. And look at this. Deep maroon color. And I have 2 of them. Oklahoma red. And I think this is True Bliss by True Bloom. And I have 2 of them here too. And this is pink Brenda Bella rose. And I have also, I think, 3 here. Pink Brenda Bella rose. I have 3. They're beautiful. I got them from Home Depot. I planted them here last year. So let's go back here. And this is, I planted 2 here also. Sweet Mademoiselle. There's 2 plants in here. So I put them next to each other. And of course, this is my Desdemona tree rose. Gorgeous. I love this rose because it really flowers a lot. Desdemona. And you can see the blooms are so good. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Look at that. Let me smell. It has a nice, mild, for me it's mild smell. But the person smells the rose differently from the other person. So this has a mild scent. And look at this, so gorgeous. I planted them also last year. This is the 2nd season here in my garden. And of course, this is part of, and this is also my peony garden on the side. These roses, I planted them maybe, I don't know, I forgot already, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. This is a pink rose. I don't know what's happening here, but somebody's eating my peonies. They don't look good. Look at this. But it's okay because I don't cut them and put inside the house. I don't cut my peonies and bring them inside the house because sometimes there's a lot of ants and I don't want them inside the house. And I have apricot drift roses here along this side. And you can see they're budding also. This is Cat's Mew from Proven Winners. I planted, I think, around 6 here. And they give a beautiful contrast to, I'm sure, to the roses when they started blooming and also to the peonies. Look at this beautiful pink color. It's like, you see my hand? Look at this. Gorgeous. And I wanted to show you, I thought this rose will die. It wasn't doing well. And look, this is peace rose. Peace rose. And look at that. They're doing well. I'm going to show you also this David Austin rose. And I know it's still budding. That sifted the aisle. That rose. See that? I'm going to clear this area also. I have to remove some of this so that, see that, sifted the aisle. I have to clean that. I have to clean the area around the rose. And of course, this is one of my peony. I think it is Festiva Maxima. I forgot already. They're almost done blooming now. And more. This is my tree rose, Julia Child. I transferred it here because used to be there, but I have a lot of roses, tree roses there, so I transferred it here. This is Julia Child. And look at these beautiful, gorgeous peonies. Look at them. And look, I have two David Austin here because I forgot that I ordered already one and I ordered another one. This is Princess Alexandra of Kent. Look. And I will show you also here so you can see that my peonies, they're all divided and planted around here. I just spread them. And this one is a coral. This is a coral charm peony. And of course, there's a rose here that I thought it was already dead also. I planted this rose years ago and never bloomed because I kind of neglected it. But hopefully it will bloom soon. And this is also another rose by David Austin. I think this is Golden Celebration. Look at this. So good. I planted this last year here. Golden Celebration. Let me find the right name if I'm correct. Yes. It's Golden Celebration. And I think, let me see. Oh, I have a tag. See that? Golden Celebration. Look at this. So beautiful. Gorgeous. Let me see if there's a scent. There's a little mild scent. Gorgeous. I cannot wait for them to get so big. So after this front yard tour, I'm going to do also my backyard, but it will be a separate video because I have a lot of roses in the back and they're still budding also. I planted 3 Sunbelt Savannah roses here and it's still budding. You know, I noticed the buds are not, look at these buds. I hope I don't have any bugs here in the garden, but I already sprayed neem oil, which I bought from Lowe's, to my roses, but not all of them because I wasn't able to buy a lot of that. I only bought 1 spray bottle. And these are more of my Swift drift roses. I have 3 of them here in the front. And I have this spirea from Proven Winners. I love Proven Winner stuff. They're good. And these are salvia. I think this is salvia cardona. I spread them here in this yard. And some of my peonies are still budding. More budding. And I planted line of roses again here. This is Forever Yours. Red Forever Yours. Look at this. So I think I planted 2 Forever Yours here. And then these are Swift drift roses also. I love Swift drift roses. Look, I planted 3, I think. And I think I planted 2 of this. I don't know the name of this because I don't know what happened to the tag. But I'm going to look it in my, in my storage if I can find a tag. So that's, I think it's Mary Magdalene. I forgot already. Gorgeous. I have two of that. And I have two of these roses also that I cannot find the tag. Here, somebody's hiding. Look at this. This is an Ito peony. I have two of them. I bought this from Costco like 3 years ago. Look at this. It's like a dinner plate dahlia. So gorgeous. And I have more here. More here. Look at that. And more buds. This is so good. Ito peonies are much bigger, sturdy, and don't flop. That's why I love them. Look at this peony. I cannot get over it. So gorgeous. Before that, well, I planted a lot of invisible ruby in this, around this big tree. There's a big tree here. So I planted this invisible ruby around this tree like 4 to 5 years ago. That was during COVID time. And this is incredible hydrangea. I have 3 of them here, and I just planted one here. This was from a cutting. So hopefully it will bloom. And hydrangea over there, hydrangea over there. And I have this 5 double red. I planted 5. I wanted to plant like 2 more or 3 more. So they're so gorgeous. I planted them last year. And I'm going to do also mini tour in my backyard. And I think I have more plants in my backyard more than my front yard.